On August 29th, 1997, Skynet, a computer system built to protect us, became self-aware. It viewed humanity as a threat to its existence and decided to act. Judgment Day, as we eventually called it, marked the beginning of the war against the machines. Skynet attacks happened almost daily, but the attack that happened on that day was like nothing we'd seen before.
Like many of you, Terminator 2 is one of my favorite movies of all time. It was the first time in my life I witnessed what a true cinematic masterpiece looked like. And it changed my expectation on any movies going after that. I mean, it was my very first rated R movie after all. And although I did love the entirety of the movie, there was one thing that I felt like I didn't get enough of, and that was the opening couple minutes of the machines in the future fighting humanity. Needless to say, I was overly impressed. From that moment on, I was chasing the high of trying to find this amount of awesomeness in any other media, whether that be video games or failed movies, and I just couldn't find it. But then, something happened. In November of 2019, a game called Terminator Resistance released. And I didn't find out about it until 2026. So will this game finally scratch that itch of what I've been trying to find? Or will it kind of just end up being like some things we don't like to speak about? So join me as I try to get the Platinum Trophy for Terminator Resistance. So our story begins with Resistance soldier Private Rivers, and he's not doing so great.
Where are the others? Where's the rest of the Resistance?
We wake up from what it seems like was some kind of explosion, and this random guy gets, terminated. It seems like we're gonna be next when something unexpected happens.
Listen to me if you want to live. Get under that bus, now. Keep moving, quick.
At the last minute, we're saved by a mysterious stranger and end up having to run for our lives from a bunch of Terminators just blasting everybody. We do eventually get away from the Terminators, and that's when we're first introduced to some of the mechanics of the game, which is the Ultravision goggles. This is going to help a lot with the stealth later in the game, and you can actually lock on to targets and see some of their stats and their health and weapons that they hold. We end up finding a weapon on the ground and running into our first enemies of the game, which are these little spider drones. I also really like that you can go and scavenge any of the Terminators and machines that you kill, and take some of the supplies with you. It didn't take long for us to find some more survivors out there in the ruined city, like Jennifer and Patrick, brother and sister, and we're gonna have to try to protect them as we find other survivors.
Oh, thank God. You're from the Resistance. See, Patrick? He's going to help us. This way.
The three of us stick together as we move through the city trying to get back to Jennifer and her hideout, where her other friends are. After a couple of nerve-wracking Terminator close calls, we make it back to where her camp is. This is where we meet Colin, and Colin doesn't really have the best attitude ever. We also meet Ryan, who's fixed up a bus so that we can get out of here and get somewhere safer. We also meet Erin, and she'll be the medic of the group, part of the other survivors. I really enjoy the gameplay in this game. You can walk around like it's The Last of Us and collect resources and materials that'll help you upgrade your weapons and help you just last longer in combat. Before leaving with the other survivors, we really need to see if there's anyone else out there hiding, so I have to go to 3 separate objective areas and see if there's any survivors left to take with me. Eventually, I do find one survivor who's locked herself away, and I get her to come with me by killing some of the Terminators in the area. I head back to the camp with the survivor, but there's a bunch of drones waiting for us, and we gotta take them out, which eventually leads to the first trophy of the game.
Jennifer, what's the holdup?
And as our first trophy pops, we escape with the survivors in the bus and leave this area.
Get in.
Go, go, go!
Eventually we do find another place to stop, so we get out, get our supplies, get ready for the next mission. Inside, we find a crafting table so I can finally put to use all that stuff I've been finding out there in the open world. Another mechanic in the game that we have to use is lockpicking, which will come in handy later for a trophy, but we're going to need to keep that in mind to upgrade it up to level 3 as we go. We're finally ready to move out and explore the surrounding city after I grab a bunch of supplies hidden in the supply room, including new weapons and grenades.
This will do some damage.
On our way out, other characters stop us to give us side quests on the way, like
Thanks for
Jennifer
earlier.
and Colin. Everything's optional,
wasn't for
but
you,
it'd be really great to do it so
probably
that you can
would've
get
started
high enough
completely
levels
freaking
later
out.
in the game
And
to
that
use other
wouldn't have done
weapons
anyone
and upgrade supplies. Each level's a fully open and explorable map, and you can stop and actually check your area map for side quests, main quests, save points, and any other interesting things you might want to check out. After a while of exploring this city, we run into our next trophy, which is just for finding our first note in the open area. Not very long after that, we run into our next trophy, which is for completing our first side objective by finding this dog.
Take care of you. Come on.
As we continue to explore, we find a note that'll help us with what we're looking for.
An attack order signed by Commander Barron, and it's only from a couple of days ago.
Our main character is the only survivor of his group because of something called the Infiltrator, which is pretty much just Arnold Schwarzenegger from the first movie, sneaking in, taking everybody out. What we're trying to do is find Commander Barron. She's the leader of a whole nother resistance group, and we're just trying to find clues of where they might be so we can link up with them and help continue to fight the Terminators. We also get another opportunity to get another trophy here, and it's just for crafting 5 items when working on any of the workbenches. We eventually move on to another location where we look for what Commander Barron's next steps are, and we find it. We also run into an issue with Colin, who's on a different mission than us.
Looks like they were keeping an eye on an old university hospital not far from here. All right, I've got everything. What's the status on that factory? Colin? Can you hear me? Colin? Shit.
We make our way across town to where Colin's supposed to be. We gotta figure out what happened to him.
God damn it.
We find what looks to be his weapon and a whole lot of his blood. Things aren't looking good for Colin as we come around the corner.
Jacob Rivers, marked for termination.
Are you all right, Jacob? Hours later, they found me lying in front of our hideout. I made it out alive, but not all of us did. Colin's dead, and the stranger I saw is nowhere to be found. I told them about everything. I said that it wasn't safe for them to be with me. But Jennifer suggested that right now, nowhere is safe, so we might as well stick together. Everyone pulled through as we prepared for the worst. But nothing happened.
So for a second time, this stranger has saved our lives, and you start getting a feeling that this story is a lot deeper than any average video game, based off of movies. Jennifer then leads us out into the main area of the city at night, and we have to go and follow our lead to where this hospital is.
I see you're back on your feet.
You!
I left you a hacking device. It's in the basement of a building off the main street. It will help you get inside that hospital.
Before continuing on to save the soldiers captured by the machines out by the hospital, we get a couple extra trophies, like this one, for finally picking 10 locks with the lockpick. Next, we use our hacking device for the first time, which is pretty much just playing Frogger on this little computer screen, which popped our next trophy for hacking our first machine. Shortly after that, we got yet again another trophy for just using a hacked machine to destroy another enemy. Up until this point, the game's been a really fun survival Terminator game, but this is the first time where things truly started turning into the horror genre. As we exit the ventilation system, we come across something that I couldn't believe. At first, I thought it was just a random Resistance soldier until I caught a glimpse of what his face was, and it blew me away. Little did I know, things were about to get a whole lot scarier. Our job now was to sneak through this hospital and find all of the surviving Resistance troopers. But there was a problem. There were so many Terminators, and they just were really good at finding me and killing me. It didn't matter where I hid, they came around the corner and immediately terminated me. After moving through that maze of horror, we finally found the Resistance soldiers, which led to the next trophy, by simply just finding them and talking to them.
Private Jacob Rivers, Pacific Division.
Pacific? What the hell happened up there? The whole division went silent.
It was wiped out. I'm the only one who survived, and I need to meet with Commander Barron.
All right, I'll make sure you get to do that. But first, get us out of here. Follow that staircase. It'll lead you to the main generator. Overload it and turn off the laser grid.
Understood.
And Rivers, destroying that generator will make a lot of noise. So in case we get separated, where are you stationed?
Just south from here.
Okay, we'll find you. Barron will want to meet you. Now go, and watch out for those medals.
After releasing the prisoners by shutting off the power, they promised that they would get together with their commander so I can have a meetup. But for now, I had to escape this entire army of Terminators. Sure enough, the soldiers found me the next morning at our base and wanted to talk to me about meeting up with Commander Barron.
Private Rivers,
Yes, sir.
I've got a message from South Division's Field Commander Barron. She's agreed to meet with you. She set up a rendezvous point at the unfinished metro station. You'll need to enter the canal system under the bridge.
And just like that, me and Jennifer were off to meet Commander Barron, but Commander Barron was not what I thought she was going to be.
When I heard that Private Rivers of the non-existent Pacific Division wants, no, needs to have a meeting with me, I thought, oh, what a lucky girl I am. But then I started thinking, who is Private Rivers? And why should I treat him as anything other than the deserter he is? So right now I'm hoping you give me a good reason why I shouldn't just skip the court-martial and execute you where you stand. This is bullshit.
Yeah, I'm thinking about right now I should have left Jennifer behind.
A brave scavenger.
So we pretty much tell Commander Barron that the Terminators now look like us and are infiltrating our bases and taking out our entire units. And about that point, we get attacked by a group of Terminators, which leads straight into our next trophy for destroying our first Terminator. We almost made it out when I'm reminded just how awesome this game is, but also equally horrifying in the same way.
Rivers! Are you okay? Shoot that thing! Jacob, get up!
And just like that, we make it out and go to Commander Baron's base, where we are told that we are now under her command.
Part of tech
While here we also learn that we are actually on the top priority kill list for the Terminators. That's why Commander Baron wanted to speak with us to begin with, because she's number 2, John Connor's number 1, and apparently we're number 3 on the kill list.
Resistance Shelters South Division.
This is also where we get our next trophy for just coming home to the South Division and joining Commander Baron's team, and we're going to start a whole lot of new missions just for her.
I'll get right to it. Remember, you might be valuable to Skynet, but the way I see it, you're still a private. Dismissed. And Rivers, civilians don't need to know about what happened out there.
To get my next trophy, all I have to do is upgrade my weapon, and honestly, it took me longer than it should have. Next we head over to talk to Ryan. He's got something cool for us called the Termination Knife. You have to be in stealth, but it's a one-hit kill on any Terminator, which we're gonna need because it's a trophy. As we move into this next mission, we're about to get a bulk of the miscellaneous random trophies. We got the trophy Researcher for at least taking a good picture of an enemy. We got Efficient Killer by just taking out a Terminator with the Termination Knife. We finally got our Hacker trophy for hacking our 10th device. We got back-to-back trophies, Priority to Me and Blackout, for destroying a Skynet base and for completing my 5th side objective. We also got the It's a Bird trophy for destroying a Terminator by shooting his fire holster backpack. I found my 10th note, which also got me the Historian trophy. A really fun one was the Still Counts as One trophy for taking out this big ol' robot, the T-47, roaming around in the main area. Side note, a whole lot easier to do if you just go ahead and take out this base and take over all the turrets. The goofiest trophy in this whole game is the No Hope trophy, where you pretty much just open this hard lock that's just literally nothing, it's just a wall. And I guess that's the point of the No Hope. Here's the location if you're looking for it. It took me forever to find it, so here you go. Now this is a part of the story where things really start to heat up, when the stranger comes to our hideout to warn us.
Wake up! We need to move.
What's going on?
Who's it?
The infiltrator has found us, and we need to get out as fast as possible. There's a secret tunnel behind our shelter that'll get us to Commander Baron, but we need to move quickly.
Jacob!
Give me that. It's the same one. It's the same model. Leave! Now!
How the hell's he still alive?
Go! 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 Watch out! Don't just stand there! Run!
Baron listened to us. She could no longer deny that this infiltrator was a real threat. She decided to take everyone in, on her terms. The shelter was on high alert, but Thanks to the intel I gathered in Pasadena, we slowed the advance of the Annihilation Line and gained some time. Just enough to start preparing the counterattack.
Sergeant, we're outnumbered, and they keep bringing more wounded. We don't stand a chance. We have to evacuate.
Is Alvin still there?
He is, sir.
Then we're not leaving. We have to bring him back and see what the hell is going on with those defenses and brief Commander Barron on what's happening here. I'm moving out. You stay here with the wounded.
You want me to break the radio silence?
At this point, it doesn't matter, does it?
Understood. Go ahead, sir.
At this point, we have to do anything possible to save the scientist. This is where the gameplay really switches up from sneaking around and collecting supplies to all-out warfare.
Smaller unit!
Finally!
This way! It's just beyond that overpass!
Oh, shit! We're too late. They're already here. Oh my god, I'm actually glad to see you. What happened here? Why are the defense systems not working?
They are working, but their target filtering has been reset to non-hostile. One of Baron's messengers came with the order to temporarily change it, so I did!
Baron's messengers. We need to leave now.
Yes, let's do that. I'm all for that.
Are you alright? We need to move.
You don't have to tell me.
Go!
I don't like this! I don't like any of this!
We get the scientists back to safety, and now we have to go and brief Commander Barron on what happened.
Rivers, you want to explain to me what the hell happened?
Alvin says one of our soldiers came with an order directly from you to reset the target settings for non-lethals.
He said what? All right, this is what I want you to do. Find whoever is responsible for sending that order. All the messengers have GPS tracking, so we're keeping tabs on their location. Find them and bring them to me.
Understood.
And just like that, we were back out on the city streets trying to find out what happened to the Resistance scouts.
God damn it.
We find out that the first scouting party was taken out by the Terminators, and it looks like a false message was sent, hence the attack.
Skynet's listening. Time to look for the second tracker.
We move through the city and find that the second tracker has run into the same fate as the first.
They got him too. His goggles look intact. Let's see the last picture he took. The infiltrator. It's back. Baron was right. Commander!
Talk to me.
They're dead. Everything turned out the way you said it would.
Copy that. Get out of there. We need to figure out our next move. Let's meet at the docks. Get there as soon as possible. Over and out.
Take
We
position.
meet back up with Commander Barron, and it's time to take out the infiltrator, once and for all.
Good enough for me.
Ceasefire! Ceasefire! Target down! I repeat, target
Go
down!
check him! Get away!
Of
Fire
course,
at will!
one shot wasn't enough to take down the infiltrator, which triggers a boss fight.
He's in the open!
He keeps running away from us, so we have to chase him down, which triggers phase 2 of this boss fight. We end up getting cut off from everyone else, and now it's a 1v1, us versus the infiltrator.
Commander. We got it. We finally got it.
Good job, Rivers. Stay there. We're on our way.
There was no doubt anymore. Skynet had created a cybernetic organism. It was designed to blur the line between a man and a machine. People started to think that there were Terminators amongst us, wolves in sheep's clothes. Some of us left, even though we hadn't seen any other infiltrators yet. Or at least, we didn't think we had. And that fear of not knowing was what turned the tide of this war. That night, Skynet won.
I still have to run some tests, so for now I would say no.
We need some more time, Connor.
I know you don't want to hear this, Commander, but if there's one person who can help us, it's Dr. Mack.
Mac, we don't even know if he's alive.
He is. He's in the Hollywood Hills. We knew a time would come when we'd need him again, so we've kept an eye on him.
Wait. You've been watching him without telling me?
Let your emotions cloud your judgment before, Commander. That's why I decided that Mac's whereabouts were no longer
This is
your
bullshit.
concern.
He can't just magically fix all of our problems. He's a man, not a god. A man that makes
That's
mistakes.
Enough, Commander.
You know what happened last time. He's the reason Perry's dead.
I said that's enough. Sergeant Rivers?
Yes, sir.
TechCom believes that being marked for termination is a badge of honor, a sign that we're doing something right. We wear it proudly. And knowing you're wearing such a badge, Rivers, is all I need to trust you with handling this mission. Commander Barron will fill you in on the details. Good luck, soldier. Over and out.
Looks like you're going to Hollywood Hills. Dr. Edwin Mack is the one who taught us how to use Skynet's weapons, so there's a chance he can do it again. Take him that second-generation plasma rifle and see if he's able to reprogram it. If we want to use Skynet's weapons, we need to bypass their encryption lockouts.
How will I find him?
He's obsessed with surveillance. So when you get there, look for any cameras, biometric sensors, or any other tech stuff. He should be around. That's it.
So with that huge information dump, we grab the rifle and head out to find this guy so we can fight back against the Terminators. We enter the Hollywood Hills, which really just reminds me of the very end of The Last of Us Part 2 when we're trying to find Abby. We enter the town and pretty much immediately hear from who we're looking for.
That camera. Dr. Mack! Is that you? The Resistance needs your help. Mack! It would be a shame to lose that camera.
Now, why would you do that?
Because we don't have time for this. Come out here.
If you want me to help you, you have to take a test for me.
Test?
Yes, to determine whether you're a Terminator or not. And be careful, I'm watching you.
This is actually a pretty huge area with a lot to do, but in all reality, all this guy wants us to do is test us and make sure we're not a Terminator in a very long, dragged out way. So we do all that, and then eventually we find him. But of course, not before we have to go through his thousands of traps, just like someone else we know. So after listening to Max speak for a very long time, we pretty much get told that we need to get a piece of equipment that was left out in the battlefield and bring it back to him so that he can fix the weapon.
Commander,
Rivers, what's the status?
Mack's alive. He will help us, but he needs a device he left at the shelter.
All right, we can do that. Report to me when you get back.
Over and out.
He also informs us that we need to steal the chip from the infiltrator back at the base and bring it to him, which leaves us with a lot of interesting decisions to make.
I have to say, you're doing quite well without my help. What are you doing here? You have to get the ones you care about to leave the shelter. They'll be in great danger if you don't do what I say. But remember, Jacob, that has to stay between us.
Why?
Because things need to play out the way they're supposed to, that's why. I have been here from the beginning. Each of your friends already knows the reason they need to leave. You just have to remind them.
I actually really enjoy all the choices you get to make in this game. There's a lot of side quests happening at the same time you're doing the main story. And right here at the end, you actually get the option to save friends or let them stay and get killed off, which really impacts the ending of your story. At this point, I'm trying to steal the chip from Alvin, and I really like how they let you use your brain to try to figure out how to get him out of the room, which also ties into the next trophy of the game. All I gotta do is come over here and turn on the radio.
I guess we don't have to hack the infiltrator CPU then.
Now all there's left to do is to go and talk to Commander Barron.
Huh, you're back. How is Hollywood Hills?
Crawling with Terminators.
And what about Mac? How's he? Was he compliant?
Fine, but he needs Skynet security codes if we want him to reprogram that plasma rifle.
Fair enough. Talk to Alvin about that.
Okay, I will.
Did Mac say anything else?
No, that's all he said.
Okay. Talk to Alvin about those security codes and then come back to my quarters. I'll tell them to let you in.
So we did have our little chat, blah 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 blah. Gotta take out a big tank. Once I take out the big tank, I can get the codes, but that's not what matters, because once again, Commander Barron, she shocks me.
Oh, I fucking hate living underground. But hopefully we won't have to much longer. Thanks to people like us, this war will end soon. You proved that you'll do whatever it takes no matter the cost. And so will I. Don't think your efforts go unnoticed. Skynet's almost finished. So you can understand I can't run. I need your help, Jacob. I need you to get rid of Mac. He's unpredictable. He sabotaged our mission and killed our men before. I cannot let it happen again. I need you to kill him as soon as he reprograms that rifle. You look shocked.
And boy oh boy, I was shocked, but not as shocked as I was about to be.
I couldn't wait for you to come and clear the cupboard.
That's what I thought.
But now you're gonna leave with nothing but a sign. So get away, another way to feel what you did on yourself to know and let yourself go. You know you did lose your self-control. There's snow under the rainbow. This is gonna be all the way back. Auburn's gonna win the football game.
Interesting.
Yeah, man. Interesting. Anyway, we gotta go and we gotta take out this big tank and get the codes. So that's what we're gonna do.
We've got a problem. That HK is still functional. I can't get near.
You'll need a rocket launcher to even make a dent in that thing. You better find one.
Finding out that the tank is fully operational is actually really cool, because it leads into another really unique boss fight where you have to run around and shoot it in the head and then run behind it and shoot it again.
Located on its back. Shoot it. Hurry. Skynet's reinforcements are starting to show up. shot. Now get to cover until it returns to the scanning routine. Nice shot. Now get to cover until it returns to the scanning routine. It's done! Quick, get behind it! Watch out! Drone's approaching!
HK's down.
Good job, Rivers. Download the security code and get out of there. I need to take a nap. That was exhausting.
Got it. Moving out.
With the tank defeated, we can finally head back to Mac. Now we can really see what the consequences of our actions are going to be.
I've got the codes.
All right, then let's get right to it. Please insert stolen security codes now. Strike a key when ready. And it's done. Like they say, easy money.
That's it?
With the proper equipment, it only takes a moment. We can fight Skynet with our own weapons. I believe that goes for that infiltrator as well. The first prototype just came out a couple of days ago. Imagine what happens if they become mass-produced. We need to hurry before that happens.
That infiltrator has been after us for more than just a couple of days.
What do you mean?
It's been following me for months.
But that simply can't be. That prototype has been out for mere days.
It's the same model that destroyed Pacific Division.
But I'm connected to Skynet's mainframe and I can see their plans. I'm telling you that what you're saying is not possible. Unless... Oh my God. They will do it. They will finish the TDE.
Finish what?
TDE, time displacement equipment. For all intents and purposes, it's a time machine.
A time machine?
Yes, a time machine. You go in, you pick a date, you press a button, and just like that you'll be watching your younger self learning to tie your shoelaces. You know, time travel. Skynet's been working on TDE for a while now. I've been monitoring its progress, but it's still not ready yet.
So how could they send anyone back if it's not ready?
They didn't, but they will. Don't you see? In one alternative future, they finished TDE and sent a Terminator back to our times. That has to be the one you saw. You couldn't have seen it otherwise. It didn't exist yet. That would explain why they suddenly started to learn at such a geometric rate. This is big. This is really big.
So, if it's done, then what the fuck can we do now?
We can still fight for this future. Our future. You could stop Skynet before they finish building time displacement equipment and send any more Terminators back. I'm forwarding everything I've learned to Connor. He needs to know. And you go report back to Baron.
Speaking of Baron...
Even though Baron wanted me to take him out, I just really thought it wasn't the right decision. So I decided to let him live. Now we just gotta grab the weapon and get out of here.
Commander.
I'm here. Is the thing with Mac taken care of?
It is. But I have some news for you.
Go ahead.
Rivers, just when you thought shit couldn't get any more crazy, this happens.
So what now?
With the infiltrators coming out and news of a fucking time machine, Connor wants to finish this war fast.
Are we prepared?
Nowhere near. That's why an all-out attack is our only option. Alvin managed to locate Skynet's central core through the hijacked satellite. It turns out it's right under our nose. It's in the basement of the old Griffith Observatory.
So we're moving out.
You are. Connor wants me to stay here to coordinate the attack. And his North Division is heading to stop Skynet from sending anything through the time displacement equipment.
So this is it.
It does seem that way. You better get all your things sorted. Take your time. You're leaving in a couple of hours. Dismissed.
And with that said and done, I needed to do anything else that I wanted to do because there'd be no turning back after starting the next mission. At this point, I've talked to pretty much every other character and warned them to leave or made them leave in some way or another, except for Patrick and his sister. So I needed to take care of that right away.
If you see Jennifer, can you tell her that?
Okay. Where is she?
Last time I saw her, she was upstairs.
Now is my time to talk to Jennifer and convince her and her brother to leave.
Nice view.
How did you find me?
Patrick told me you might be somewhere around here.
After convincing her to leave, the game hit me with another curveball.
Thank you for always being there for me. I'm lucky to have someone like you.
And I'm lucky to have you.
I hoped you'd say that.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
You know what? I'll stay here just a little while longer. Tell Patrick not to worry. I'll be back soon.
I'll do that.
Yeah, don't judge me. I'm about to go on a life-threatening mission, man.
You ready to move out?
I am.
All right. Let's do this. "30 years ago, the machines decided to wipe out all of humanity because they feared that we were a threat to their existence. Today, we make their fear come true. Sergeant Rivers, you were requested by John Connor to lead the Alpha Team. You will be responsible for carrying out the attack on the location of Skynet's central core. We will create a diversion to lure out any HK aerials patrolling the area. That should give you some time to breathe. Taking out Skynet's ground forces, that's on you. Remember, the goal is to destroy Skynet's central core, at whatever cost. Good luck out there. Dismissed."
Team Alpha, this is Team Bravo. Skynet's taken the bait. Good luck out there.
All right, everyone, this is us. Let's move out.
Now the time has come to fight our way through and end this, once and for all.
We're 2 minutes out from the observatory. As soon as we get past that barrier, expect Skynet to show up. Now stay focused.
Nice shot! Rebels!
Took you a while. How did you know we were coming? I thought you'd know by now. I know more than you think. Better prepare yourself.
Focus on that HK!
T-47 destroyed!
Ariel! It wasn't supposed to be here! Rocket! Another one! Rocket!
Watch out!
This is it. Skynet's finished. It's not here. The central core.
It's supposed to be right here.
They knew we were coming. They moved it.
It's a trap. A fucking trap. We have to move. Those missiles are headed this way. Wait!
If we triggered the attack, it means that this place is still connected to Skynet's mainframe. If we trace where the signal's coming from, we'll know the Central Core's actual location.
How could they know we were coming?
When Skynet was about to lose the war, they sent an infiltrator back in time. He must have warned them about this attack.
How do you know all this?
Because I went back after that infiltrator.
Yes!
I've got the coordinates. Let's go!
All of this will make sense to you soon, but right now we need to go!
Now knowing that Skynet knew we were coming, we have to get back and check on the base and make sure Commander Barron and all the troops are still there. But not before something terrible happens.
Watch out! Commander, Central Core, it's not here. It was an ambush. Commander!
You can't die here. Get up!
Baron, I've got the coordinates. Can you hear me? Where the hell are you?
Now back at the base, we have to make sure that the worst hasn't happened. But things always get worse before they get better.
Where is everyone? The hell?
Commander!
Rivers, you're alive.
What happened here?
An infiltrator got in. Brought lots of friends with him. We didn't stand a chance. Since they didn't go offline, I assume we did not destroy Skynet's Central Core either?
No, we didn't. It was an ambush. They moved it before we got there.
So this is it? We lost? We lost this goddamn war?
Not yet.
What do you mean?
I got the Central Core's real coordinates.
You have? I've got to learn not to doubt you anymore, Rivers.
We need to call Connor. He may still be able to stop Skynet.
Forget it. I couldn't get him on the radio for hours. You need to find him. You need to give him those coordinates.
First, let's get you out of here.
No. You don't have time for this. You have to leave me here.
I can't.
You're not gonna disobey my final order, are you? Before you leave, I've got a confession to make. There's a reason I wasn't so keen on you from the beginning. Remember that list of people Skynet marked for termination? I lied. I told you that you were number 3. The truth is you're number 2. Just behind Connor. You took my spot. And for the life of me, I couldn't understand why. But now I know. They're coming. You need to leave, now. Use a vent in the command room to sneak past them. And then find Connor, and give him those coordinates. Don't worry about me. If they come here, I'll just reason with them. I still have a couple magazines full of arguments. Now go! Good luck, Jacob.
After seeing Commander Barron for the last time, we take out some of our anger to get out of this building and find John Connor.
The stranger died in that ambush trying to protect me. He came from the future to save my life, and I don't even know his identity. But thanks to his sacrifice, I managed to escape with the Central Core's true location. When I got back to the shelter, I realized that getting that information cost the life of many others as well. I headed out to find John Connor and his North Division to take part in the last all-out attack.
Anyone receiving me? This is Sergeant Jacob Rivers, DN 46890. Anyone out there?
Now the time has come to find out if all is lost or if there's one final battle ahead. We make our way through what looks like a giant battle has happened, and we're just seeing the aftermath of all the resistance troops being killed. But then something unexpected happens.
Skynet got to them. Ah!
Look, we got one.
He's wearing a resistance uniform.
Who did you kill to get that, you filthy machine?
No, don't! Wait, he's human!
Sorry about that, Sergeant. The infiltrators took some of our key positions, so we're extra cautious. If we'd known that you were joining us in the North Division, that would have never happened.
You know who I am.
We all do, Sergeant Rivers. John Connor told us about you. He said you'd come and bring those coordinates.
How did he know I'd have them?
That you'll have to ask him yourself. He's waiting for you upstairs.
And just like that, we're given one final chance to take out the machines and meet John Connor. This is also where we learn about everything we've been wondering this whole game.
Commander.
Sergeant Rivers, I've been expecting you. I took the liberty of collecting the Central Core's coordinates you brought us. I hope you don't mind.
Not at all. Are we preparing to attack the core?
I've sent a unit to do that. We're getting ready to strike the time displacement equipment. Very soon Skynet will realize that they're losing this war, so they'll try to send infiltrators back in time to prevent that from happening.
Do we stand a chance?
Thanks to the security codes that Mac provided, we've been able to seize control of an HK tank for the first time. It should give us the advantage against Skynet's defense grid. We'll smash it once and for all. I understand that all this might be confusing to you, so if you have any questions, now's the time to ask them.
We learn a lot from John Connor, but the one with the most significance to the story is that the stranger is actually us from the future. Now there's only one thing left to do. Stock up on ammunition and weapons and beat Skynet once and for all in one final battle.
Sergeant Rivers, it's time. I want you to take a team of my soldiers and fight your way to Skynet's defense grid. We have to destroy those turrets to get to the TDE, but don't worry. We'll provide the support. It's in your hands now, Rivers. Follow me.
We follow John Connor through the bunker to view the battle, and it's just like the original Terminator 2 movie opening.
Commander?
And I've gotta say, this game has lived
Commander?
up to the expectation. This is the movie that should have been made. In my eyes, Terminator 1 and 2 are canon, and this one is a perfect sequel to tie it all in. It's just like Rogue One in Star Wars. Now the last thing to do is fight the final battle and beat Skynet.
The defense grid. I see it. Watch the flank!
Drones! There's more of them!
Good. That HK will accompany you. Proceed forward. Remember, this is not over yet. Rivers, I just received intel from the 124th. They've located the central core. It was at the coordinates you gave. They'll strike soon. Continue with the offensive. Send.
Rockets! They're heading this way! Ah!
Commander, what's going on?
The 124 destroyed the central core and stopped Skynet.
So is the war over?
For some of us, yes. But just before we destroyed the core, Skynet managed to send 3 Terminators back in time. The only thing in our power now is to send the Protectors to meet them.
Protectors?
Ones that will assure the safety of the people marked for termination. The first protector has to be Sergeant Kyle Reese. He'll go after the T-800 that's targeting my mother as we speak. By killing her, Skynet will try to erase me from ever existing. The second one will seek to destroy the T-1000.
T-1000?
A Terminator made of mimetic polyalloy, sent back to kill me as a child. A single prototype created by Skynet. It's too powerful for a single human being. That's why we'll have to send a Terminator of our own. Do you have that CPU that Mac reprogrammed?
I do. You want to send a Terminator to protect your younger self? Won't you be afraid?
I will be. Then, there's the matter of the infiltrator that was sent after you. The war can end for you right now, but the question is, are you willing to sacrifice your future to protect your past? By being here, you've already proven that this is not beyond your capabilities. But I'll leave the decision up to you.
Will I be able to fix my past mistakes?
I always believe that the future's not set. There's no fate but what we make for ourselves. You do have the power to change it, and protect the ones you care about. So, what will it be then?
I'll do it. I'll go back. I knew you would. Let's hope I won't get killed this time around.
Let us begin then.
And just like that,
John
we got the Platinum Trophy. Number 25 in my book. The ending is just all the decisions you've made. It goes through each one, and depending on what decision you made, is the outcome here. Again, I really enjoyed this game, and it very quickly became one of my favorite games I've ever played. This video took me a while to make, especially because I did it all on my phone, but thank you for being here if you made it all the way to the end. I really appreciate you, and I'm just trying to have a good time, and I hope you did too. Be sure to check this game out if you haven't already. It's actually a really easy platinum. Pretty much one playthrough, do everything you can, and you're gonna get this no problem. I've enjoyed making this video, and I'd really like to make some more. So if you want to hang out with me, go ahead. If you don't, that's cool too. But I'll see you next time. Thanks.